I am sure everyone has at least once thought about becoming a YouTuber, but each time all ideas were steamrolled by one thought: starting a YouTube channel is too expensive. The camera, the microphone, the lighting, the studio setup, all this together can cost as much as a car. But we at Movavi know that you don't have to spend thousands of dollars on gear to create content. So in this video, we will prove that you can get a high quality image for just a couple of $100s. Choosing a camera has always been a serious pain for aspiring YouTubers. Manufacturers like Sony, Canon, and Panasonic have released hundreds of cameras with only minor differences from each other, and the price tags for modern cameras are, how to put it nicely, outrageous. And every camera-related video you open will have just tons of technical specs, expensive gear, and no understanding of the budgets people have. What's the point in recommending 10 different cameras that cost half $1,000 each when you can get a great picture and sound for only $300? That is why we have selected 5 cameras for every taste and budget. I guess the Canon M6 would be a great device to start our list with. This mirrorless camera offers a great performance in a compact body. Mirrorless cameras are inherently much smaller in size than DSLRs, but they are not inferior in image quality. The only difference you may notice is the lens hunting. In small towns, the availability can be somewhat lame, but buying an inexpensive mount adapter solves the problem. That is why I decided to open our list with the Canon M6. This beauty was released in 2015 and at that time was very modern. Now it is the optimal balance of price and features that will please everyone. Check this out: a 24 megapixel sensor, 5-axis video stabilization, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, dual pixel autofocus. But what can it really offer besides loudly sounding specs? Well, look, this camera can record videos in Full HD at 60 frames per second. Yes, 1080p seems kinda old-fashioned in 2022, but that's the most popular resolution among viewers on YouTube. Besides, editing video in this resolution is easier and faster, which is good news for owners of low-power computers. In addition, the screen of this camera is rotatable, which makes it convenient to record vlogs while handheld or in the studio without a special external monitor. Stabilization can easily compensate for minor shakiness of your hands, so don't worry. You can quite cheaply change lenses thanks to the Canon EF-M mount. There are thousands of lenses available with this mount, so finding the right one won't be a problem. And that's still not all. The most important advantage of the Canon M6 is the 3.5mm external microphone jack. You can connect any external microphone via that jack. It can be a lavalier, a directional one, or any other. This way you'll get a crisp image and a clear sound in one package. And now to the most interesting thing, the price. All this magnificence can be purchased for around $300. Not just a body, but a body, a kit lens, and sometimes even extra batteries. Not a bad deal, right? The next camera on the list is the Panasonic GX7. The first thing that catches your eye is the design. This camera looks amazing and gives the vibe of old Leicas and Polaroid SX70. Such a camera will be an excellent companion not only in the studio, but also on trips without making you look like a photo hunter at all. The Panasonic GX7 is also a mirrorless camera, hence the small size, but the exterior is not the only advantage of this camera. A large 16 megapixel sensor allows it to shoot video in 1080p at 60 frames per second. The Micro Four Thirds mount is quite popular, and the in-camera sensor shift stabilization makes lens selection a bit easier. The screen is partially flippable, but there is an HDMI output for an external monitor. The only frustrating fact is that this camera does not have an input for an external microphone, which makes sound recording a bit more time-consuming. This is where Panasonic lets everyone down, since sound is perhaps the most important aspect of any video. Yes, this camera will give you amazing picture quality, but you will need to synchronize the sound and lips in editing. If you don't want to go through all that fuss, then smart noise removal in the Movavi Video Editor will come in handy. Movavi Video Suite has recently received a major update with a bunch of new features. In just a couple of clicks, you can make the sound from the built-in microphone 1,000 times cleaner and better, enhance voice, and reduce background noise. It's really that simple, trust me. Just create a project, drop the video onto the timeline, 3 mouse clicks, and enjoy the results. The simplicity of working in Movavi Video Suite favorably distinguishes this program them from professional ones, which are impossible to comprehend. Intuitive interface, a ton of useful features, and excellent optimization makes Movavi Video Suite the best choice for beginners without editing skills and powerful computers. Video Suite itself is not only a video editor but also a converter that can improve video's resolution up to 8 times. All in all, Video Suite is a complex tool for aspiring YouTubers, a real companion. Now, by the way, you can get the whole package at a heavily discounted price, so click the link in the description. And now back to the camera. Panasonic GX7 makes up for the lack of microphone jack by Panasonic-only features and special image processing. The accurate autofocus helps keep the subject in the frame and in focus. In addition, there is one feature in this camera that everyone forgets about: a tilting viewfinder. In most mirrorless cameras, it is fixed, but here it can be tilted. Sometimes this allows you to choose an unusual shooting angle. A body with a kit lens can be found for about $300 US. I think this is one of the best choices for those who want to get a premium gadget for a low price. The next camera is, without exaggeration, legendary. The Canon M50 was once the #1 camera for vlogging and bloggers. Introduced in 2018, this mirrorless camera has captivated millions of people around the world by its capabilities. Think about it: a 24-megapixel sensor, dual-pixel autofocus, stabilization, viewfinder, and most importantly, 4K support. Yes, 4K on this camera crops the image a lot and you lose autofocus. And if you think that this is a significant drawback, listen to this. When shooting yourself in a studio, this is not a problem. The correct choice of lenses allows you to manually adjust the focus, and a simple increase in the distance between you and the camera solves the problem with the image crop. In the end, you still get a clear and beautiful 4K image that does not require color correction. And this is very important. For high-quality color correction, you need to have a monitor with a wide color gamut, and the prices for such monitors are crazy. In my opinion, the image you get makes these little inconveniences worth it, especially if you're shooting in a well-lit environment. The size of the sensor allows it to capture a lot of light, and the versatile and very popular EFM mount allows you to find a lot of lenses. This mount type has existed for many years now, so the range of lenses will satisfy any demand. The Canon M50 also has a 3.5mm jack for an external microphone. It can be a lavalier or a directional one, doesn't matter. The main thing is that the port is there. This means that with a small investment, everyone can get excellent sound and a clear picture. What's really nice is the prices for such things. A young YouTuber can get the full package for about $350. If you can stretch your budget a bit, then you should look at the Sony ZV-E10. This camera was created specifically for vloggers, and for $500 it offers a lot. The first offering being a huge 24-megapixel sensor. The same sensor can be found in the top-tier Alpha 6400, which costs several times more. This huge sensor is accompanied by a popular E-mount. Yes, lenses for Sony cameras are a bit more expensive than the rest, but again, a small adapter fixes everything. The camera turned out to be very versatile and quite successful. Not only does it shoot in 4K, but it uses the XAVC-S codec. This is a cool codec that stores a bunch of data about light, color, etc. I really like the camera's color work. Sony really knows how to process images, so the resultant shots look very realistic and do not require any editing. In addition, even low light videos at night will not be a problem. The huge sensor allows you to shoot crisp videos with a high level of detail even in auto mode. And the focusing system, phew, that's something. Pixel focus, tap to focus, tracking focus. You get the full power of Sony's magic. What's really cool is the presentation mode, where the camera automatically focuses on the object you're showing in front of you. This is a rare feature for most cameras. The majority of them focus on the face and stick to that. Here you will never have problems with autofocus. The fold-in and very bright touchscreen is also a nice touch. Overall, a very solid camera and definitely a steal. If you can find it used for around $500, get it. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, the best cheap camera the money can buy, Sony A6300. I'll say it straight away, this camera is not new. Released in 2016, it was practically Sony's best camera, and it has all the Sony-only features under the hood. For example, a freakishly fast and accurate autofocus, 425 focus points are no joke, and switching between objects is lightning fast. This autofocus is so great that it almost entirely outshines other advantages of this camera. The sensor itself has a resolution of 24 megapixels and is accompanied by the E-mount. The sheer size of that sensor makes a drastic difference in low-light videography. This camera can shoot video in 4K at 30 frames per second or Full HD at 120 frames per second. Just think about it. 5 times slower video with very fast autofocus and a huge sensor. Where else can you find such a combo? In addition, the camera has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on board for quick transfer of videos to your smartphone. The A6300 also has an HDMI output for an external monitor and, last but not least, an external microphone port. If you decide to choose this camera, then I would advise you not to skimp on a good microphone, because connecting a $3 lavalier mic to such a camera is a blasphemy of sorts. The combo you're looking for is a great camera with a great microphone. The only thing I don't like about this camera is the built-in screen. It is not fully rotatable, only swivels a bit, which is unfortunate. Overall, I think this is the most versatile camera with the highest ceiling for improvement. With this camera, even a newbie will get nice looking videos, and as the skill progresses, it will not leave you limited by its specs. A body and a kit lens can be found for around $550 to $600, which is not much if you take into account everything this camera offers. But if choosing a camera is too difficult for you, you can always invest in a better phone. Modern smartphones now have 2, 3, or even 4 lenses. Usually it's wide, ultra wide, and telephoto. This combination will be enough for almost every budding videographer. On top of that, you get image processing, fast autofocus, and high-res video. If you have straight hands, even a 3-year-old iPhone will become a beast. Plus, you can easily connect an external microphone to almost any phone, which makes it kinda a no-brainer, right? So as you see, there is no need to spend thousands on equipment to start a blog or a YouTube channel. We have looked only at 5 cameras, but there still are hundreds more. And when choosing a camera, ask yourself, where will you shoot? What's the sound? What's your lighting situation? How powerful is your computer for video editing? Answer these questions and choosing a camera will be easy. And always remember, it's always about the content itself. So if you have an idea, you just need to pass the bar of decent looking content so that the content itself could be fully appreciated. And if you enjoyed watching, give this video a like, comment down below which camera should be on the list, click the bell and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.